can't go in to talk. I'm a student. I only work here. Then my dad said, you know, we took train 36 hours. You know where I'm from? The guy didn't answer. He said, I'm from Zhuchuan. The guy says, oh, you know, my uncle lived town nearby. I know Zhuchuan. My dad says, so you know how hard this is. And I think the young guy had a little soft spot for that.
My dad says, can you just ask them to give her another chance? At least go to quite at the end of the concerto. The guy says, I don't think I can do that. But I have to turn in these papers.
What do you mean wrong notes? I'm a musician. I correct every note. I played with her, practiced with her. I know every note. The guy says, maybe you don't read music well. Maybe you are wrong. He said, wait, I can show you the score. Every note is correct. So he ran back to his bag, took the music, hand copied the sheet music, came over, was basically begging, says, please, you know, I can't go back home like each note. And I'm very touched. By the way, she got in because 3 other kids did not pass Chinese and math exams. She's on the bottom, but she's in. Congratulations.
In other words, she was on the wait list, number 9 of 9 kids. And 3 kids didn't have the academic qualifications to enter the school, so she got in.
That's how I got in. I was lucky.
I mean, it's interesting. Your dad puts you on a path.
It's nice how the clouds are just getting darker there.
Everything is fine. Her daughter plays the violin. But if she wants, she can sign up for flute. If that doesn't work out, she can do.
And that they would feel something large underneath them.
I think that's normal to be scared. I mean, when you can't see anything below, but you can feel something, and you can also not just feel the motion, but the presence of something. But you know, when you do these long swims, you have to keep your mind under control, because if you freak out, then you're out of the swim. So I kept talking to myself and saying, okay, you're not sure what it is, just move closer to shore. So I swam closer to shore, but this thing kept swimming around near me. The water kept getting hollowed out. And I realized that whatever was there was still there, and it had not gone away. And I was just ready to turn and race out of the water. But there was an old man named Steve who worked in the bait shop on the pier. And he sort of watched over me and watched what was going on with the water. And I could see him standing under a light on the pier waving toward me to come to swim out to him. And he yelled at me and said, Lynn, come here. You know, there's a baby whale swimming with you.
So you stick your head out of the water and he's waving and he says there's a baby whale?
Yeah, he said a baby whale, and I'm like, really? I've never seen a baby whale in the wild before. So he told me that, you know, the baby whale had lost his mother, and I needed to stay with the baby whale.
Why did you need to stay with the baby whale? Why couldn't you get out?
He was afraid that if I turned to go to shore, that the baby whale would follow me and possibly could run aground. But he also thought that, you know, maybe the baby whale, I'll just stay out here with this whale until we find his mother.
Steve got on the radio to all the fishing boat captains and lifeguards along the coast and told them to keep their eyes out for a large gray whale traveling north. He told Lynn to swim back towards the jetty. Once she got to the jetty, she turned around and swam back to the pier again. The baby stayed with her.
We were sort of side by side, or he was right underneath me, or very, very close. And at one point, he
This
just
is that
pulled
back road
over
to
and
Vegas.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a cool
and
little route.
it was just the most amazing thing
Very
in the world,
pleasant.
because I felt like he sees me and I see him, and we're together.
How big is a baby gray whale's eye?
It was sort of the size, I'd say, of a plum or a orange. It's large, and it was dark brown, almost black. You know, he's just so beautiful, elegant, graceful in the water, and just moves so effortlessly. You know, just one big kick of his fin, his tail fin, his fluke, and he would just move. And here I was, like, struggling with my arms. It was just, he probably thought I needed help.
By this time, Lynn had been in the water with the whale for almost 4 hours. As strong a swimmer as Lynn was, she didn't know how much longer she could be in that cold water. They swam towards the oil rig for a while, but didn't see the other whale. And Lynn realized she'd have to make a decision soon.
You know, I was used to swimming very long distances, but, you know, there are points along the way where I was getting tired and cold because, you know, I was not swimming at my normal speed. I was treading water. I was wondering where the whale was going because he was suddenly diving down deep into the water. And I think it was about 4.5 hours or 5 hours into this time out there in the water, I was getting really cold, and I realized that I was putting myself in danger now. You know, that I could go into hypothermia. And if I get hypothermia, then I could become really disoriented, and I could also pass out in the water. You know, it was 5 hours of swimming around and not really going anywhere. So I decided that I really needed to start getting back toward the pier.
She turned around and swam back toward the pier. The whale stayed with her. Then Lynn saw a Long Beach lifeguard boat coming towards her at full speed.
Because just one push of her fin or anything, I could be hurt. So I tried to tell myself, just be calm, just float on the water, and if she doesn't want you around, so I saw them together, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, to see the mother and baby reunited. I mean, for 5 hours they've been out there swimming together, and she came over, she approached me, and so she was so close that I thought, I'm going to touch her. I'm just going to do it because I feel like a part of this whole thing. And I touched her, and I could feel that she felt my hand on her, and it was amazing, you know, because
Falling rocks.
and you know, and then a few minutes later, they swam off.
While Lynn swam back to the shore, the lifeguard matron at the cargo ships around Los Angeles Harbor knew where the mother and baby were swimming. Later, boats reported seeing the two join a group of whales on their way north. When she got back to the beach, Lynn asked a lifeguard if she could use the phone to call her parents, to let them know that her workout had gone longer than she expected, and she was on her way home.
And it was so weird, though, to go from, that's always so weird, to be in this amazing environment, the ocean, to then leave it and then go back to, okay, now what am I doing the rest of the day? It's just so strange. But I didn't tell my parents what had happened because I knew I would have been in so much trouble, because it was so irresponsible for me to swim offshore without support, without people watching the water. But I told myself it was really okay because, you know, Steve was out there watching, and the lifeguards were out there watching, and they knew what was going on. But it was still a stretch. You know, I think now that what I did was pretty dumb. But if I was to do it again, I'd still do it because I felt like it was something I could do.
A few weeks later, Lynn found herself off course in the ocean. She was trying to set a record, become the fastest person to swim the Catalina Channel, that 21-mile stretch off the coast of California. Lynn set out at midnight with a support boat, a dory, and a coach on a paddleboard beside her.
On that attempt from Catalina Island, the fog came in at midnight. I got separated from my support boat, the dory, and I just had a coach on a paddleboard. So we were lost in the middle of the channel at midnight, and there were ships surrounding us, and we were feeling the bow waves breaking. Yeah, I'd rather park back here.
Yeah, you don't want to fight for a spot.
Yeah.
It's madness out here. Martiners, these peeps, here to see the raging
All
falls.
these Californians.
They're trying to California the Gunlock.
Walk behind you.
Yeah. Whee! The falls. Wait, I don't know if I can. I'll wait till I get closer. Beautiful falls.
You don't have to do it.
Whee! Quite breezy. Gunlock Falls. It's lovely and red.